to A Shepherd's Christmas, Week 2. Have you ever wondered why it was the shepherds that were the first to find out that Jesus had been born? Why was it them that God chose to bring the good news of his son's birth? Today, we often go to or attend what's known as a reveal party, and the young couple announce the baby is coming sometimes, and sometimes they're even there to announce the gender of the baby that's coming. So important to read Scripture from the first century point of view in order to really understand fully what it meant. This was the best gender reveal party ever, or I guess I should say the best baby reveal party ever. The first announcement of Jesus' birth came to the shepherds. Jesus had already been born in a cave. He'd been wrapped in swaddling cloths by Mary, and he was lying in a manger, which is a feed trough. Jesus was born in a stable, but it was really where a cave where the animals were kept. And the manger was a large stone with an area carved out of the middle of it where they could put the grain and the feed. And the Bible tells us, while in that same region, the shepherds were in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. That's what Luke tells us in chapter 2, verse 9. An angel of the Lord appeared to them. Most scholars, most theologians would say that this is the angel Gabriel. He was the messenger angel in Scripture that brought God's plan, God's message to the people. The word terrified there means an overwhelming fear or fright. It's an alarm, but it is also covered with a sense of awe. It's a very special word in the original language. It's not just fear. Along with it is a sense of amazement or awe. And the glory of the Lord is usually indicated by lights that are bright and unexplainable. And remember, in the first century setting, we have to realize that our impression of light is so much different than theirs would have been. This is very much an area of darkness. Depending on the brightness of the moon, it could have been exceedingly dark, which, while you're watching sheep at night, can be very dangerous. The shepherds had never seen a bright light like this, and yet it filled the sky. It's easy to understand why they would have felt afraid. So experience that light like the shepherds experienced it, not like anything they'd ever seen before. That light was unexpected. It was not natural. And the interruption in their night wasn't normal. They were just going about their time with the sheep. It was their shift to work with the sheep and make sure they didn't wander off, make sure they weren't attacked. They had a lot of sheep they were tending to. They had to keep them separate, one flock from another, and they had to protect them. There were a lot of reasons why the shepherds could have felt afraid by that light. Mostly, remember that these men were shepherds. They weren't the kind of people that experienced extraordinary moments. Tending sheep was pretty much the same all day, every day. And that was their typical life. We have such a variety in our lives today, it's hard to imagine how routine a shepherd's life would have been. Have you ever thought about what would be extraordinary for your holiday this year? What do you hope is extraordinary? Last year was a holiday when a lot of us were fearful, a lot of us grieved, a lot of us were concerned with all of the virus that was in the air, and we were limited, most of us, from the holidays we experienced. This year, what's caught you by surprise? What's happened you weren't expecting? What have you planned that maybe fell through? Part of the Christmas season is managing the expectations we have and the expectations others have of us. Sometimes we want more from the holiday than we should. The shepherds didn't expect anything the night that the skies were lit up and the angel spoke to them. They didn't expect what was about to happen afterwards. The glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were afraid. Above all else, pray for some time this year. No matter what else you expect from your holiday, no matter what else is on your calendar, make sure you set aside some time to experience the glory of the Lord, that His presence shines into your holiday. God has a presence, or wants a presence, in your Christmas. It's His power that will guide you through the holiday so that you can experience the Christmas He wants you to have. And He does have a purpose for this season. To fear the Lord is to live with a reverent awe of who He is. Take yourself into that field and be a shepherd. Experience the light, that moment when the skies were lit up and the glory of the Lord shone. Be there with those shepherds and experience that kind of extraordinary moment with the Lord. In those moments, every other moment will fade, except the glory of the Lord. Everything was new that night. Nothing was average. Nothing was the same. So what's going to be new and unique about your Christmas season? If we want to have a shepherd's Christmas, we need to enter that field. And we need to look up in the heavens. We need to hear the angels speak. And we need to experience the glory of the Lord. One of my favorite quotes about Christmas is by a man named Dan Schaefer. Christmas celebrates the awesome and amazing fact that God is grander, wiser, and more mysterious than we could have ever imagined. May the God who created Christmas create your Christmas season this year. See you next time.